Hello everybody. This is like I kind of don't want to do an intro. This is just I'm editing in CapCut, yes, but I'm just gonna explain. This is a tutorial on like how to do kicks like Invaders, EQUAL2, Array, Acidz, like whoever like really makes those kind of kicks. This is a tutorial on how to do it, and also how I used to make my older kicks and still kind of my current kicks. So yeah, let's get into it. Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It's been a solid like year and a half or year. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been a year. Since I've done another tutorial. So, we're gonna do a Serum 2 tutorial and show how to do the chorus method. So, let's do that. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna start off by adding a Serum 2. Go straight to the effects and add an effect, of course. And you're gonna want to click chorus because it's called a chorus because it's chorus method. Make sure you have BPM on, so it should be highlighted. Turn this. There's actually two things you gotta turn it to. You gotta make sure you turn it to 1/4, but there's also one after it. That's one. Oh wait, there's one actually before it. That's 1/4 with a dot at the end. Do not do that. You have to do the one with no dot at the end. So make sure it's on 1/4 with no dot at the end. And then make sure you have BPM on, so it does BPM. Because if you have it off, it doesn't show what BPM it is. And then turn your depth all the way down. And then just I use my mouse, personally, to just bring it up like three clicks with my mouse scroll wheel. So like 1, 2, 3, just like that. So somewhere around there. You could do a fourth one, but I think third one sounds the best. Turn your feedback all the way down. You don't want any feedback in your kick. Turn the LPF all the way up, and turn the mix all the way up. Okay, and now you should have this cool movement with your stereo, which we can look at millimeters down here, and I'll show you what I mean by cool stereo movement. I'm gonna start off with having it turned off, though, just so we can compare. I'm gonna do F for this tutorial, so I'll do F right there. So as you guys can see, oh, that's Windows, wow. So as you guys can see, it's a straight line. There is no stereo whatsoever. If I turn on chorus, you can see it's like going left, right, left, right, left, right. And then we can mess around with delay 1 and 2 to make it sound different. So just like that, that's all you gotta do for the chorus method. Literally just add this, and if you want, I don't think you can duplicate it, so you just have to add it and do the exact steps that I just showed you a second ago. I'm gonna do 2 of them personally, so yeah, let's do that. So bam, now we have 2 of them, which are the exact same. Now it sounds kind of cool, and we can mess around with the delay. So I'm gonna turn the delay to like, what is this? Turn the delay to 0.5%. So just like that. There's another thing you can add, which is a hyper dimension, /dimension. And this is gonna sound really cool, but the thing is, you're gonna want to turn your rate all the way down so the kick's not phasing. So like, if you listen to it right now, it's phasing. Which basically just means it's changing over time, which you want it to be like one constant thing so the kick sounds the same every time you play it. So turning the rate to 0% so it doesn't make any change. Make sure the dimension mix is turned all the way down as well, because if that gets turned up, it'll sound like crap as well. So that's what it sounds like now. Let me actually turn it up a little bit. And then you can mess around with the detune on this. You can maybe even add an automation, like a very, very slight automation to this to make it sound like more like wavy in a way, if that makes sense. Which I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to grab LFO1 and put it on this. So, I think right there sounds pretty good. Now, back to the oscillators, off of the effects now. That's literally all I do for my effects. I literally just add usually around 1 or 2 choruses and then add like a hyperdimension or 2. And there's obviously a lot more plugins you could add, but I'm really only getting into the chorus method for this video. If you guys want like me to show like how I make my current kicks, like those not the crazy punch ones, but the more like Acidz or Invader style kicks, let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do more like another tutorial about how to do that with Serum 2. And we're gonna turn on all the oscillators because we want all these on, and make sure you have sub on so you have a clean sub going through. We're gonna click this M up here, click on main, and then click on direct. So now it's just going directly out, so there's like it's not going through the effects channel. Make sure you have that turned all the way up, just like that. Now, if you guys can tell, it's random. So like it sounds different every time you play it. This is the one thing you're gonna want to make sure you do in this tutorial, or not the one thing, like the one of few things you're gonna want to do in this tutorial. Make sure you turn the randomization turned all the way down. Make sure you have this turned all the way down, just like my other tutorials. Turn it all the way down, because if you keep it up, or if you keep it up even at 1%, it'll sound like crap. So you just want it to be all the way down, and then it won't sound different every time you play it. So now it sounds the exact same every time I play it. And now I'm just gonna start adding like random effects. I'm gonna use like a Serum 2 one, so I'm gonna use the FM Dangerous Saw. Let's use this one. I use this one a lot actually. See, there's already like a lot of potential there with that kick. I might turn off these actually. I'm gonna add a FM Dangerous Saw 2 to the second one, so it sounds like. That's pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and put Oscillator C on, let's see here. Let's do Dying Saw. This one is pretty cool to mess around with. And to change the kick, if you want it to sound like different or something like that, you could always mess around with, like, you could add like a sync to this to make it sound different, or you could also mess around. I mainly mess around with this knob. I don't know what knob this is, but I just mess around with the WTPOS. I just mess around with this and see what sounds good. Now, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to sound exactly like this. You could use different wave tables if you want. You could just use like something like, I don't know, like the one that EQUAL2 used in his tutorial. But yeah, so let's get on to the mixer part, where we're gonna make sure Serum is on channel 1 or whatever sorry, insert, whatever insert you're gonna keep it on. Okay, so I think this sounds pretty good. Now we're gonna go into our insert 1 or whatever insert you put it on, and this is where you get into like the kick chain part of the tutorial. So I haven't really made a kick in a while, but I'm gonna use a multi-band delay. This is one of the things I've been using in my more modern like kicks. It just helps with the punch and stuff. And what I normally do is either mess around with it like this, or just do something random like that. Or I just do random curves. So I just like change around with the curves. Just do like just keep on doing this over and over. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Keep on changing it until you get like a curve that sounds good. Let's do this one for now. Actually, no, that might sound good. Let's do this one. You're gonna want to mess around with the scale, but obviously it's gonna sound like delayed. And you don't want it to sound like that, because that sounds like garbage. Make sure you have X 0.1. Make sure you have this turned on, so that way it doesn't go all the way up. As you guys can see, this doesn't go all the way up here where it would normally with that turned off. I normally do keep pitch on and smoothing time off, or turned down, I mean. And then obviously we can mess around with more stuff in this plugin. It's a FL Studio plugin, I'm pretty sure, so you don't need to like pay for it, or maybe you do. I actually don't know. I paid for FL Studio. I didn't crack it, so I'm just saying you might have to pay for this, might not have to, so I have no idea. And then I normally put this on steep or gentle. I normally use steep though, so let's do steep. And you can do 2 of these. I'm probably just gonna do 1 for this tutorial because I don't want to make the kick too complicated. But yeah, we're gonna add a fruity parametric EQ2, and this is where it's gonna start to get loud. Just a headphone warning for you guys. It's gonna get loud. And one thing I might add to this kick chain would be a resonator, because resonators kind of help with getting like that Invader style kick. I normally put it on like whatever note I'm making the kick. So I'm making the kick in F right here, so we can put it on F4. And then this just adds like it just resonates to F4. That's literally all it does. Or whatever note you put it on. Like let's do like maybe D3. You could just mess around with it, do whatever you want with it, really. And if you don't have Resonator, that's fine. I'm pretty sure it is free. It's from Kilohertz Resonator. Search that up, Kilohertz Resonator. I'm not putting no link in the description. I'm sorry about that, because I don't feel like putting too much effort into this video. But, yeah, just get a Resonator, or Kilohertz Resonator is one I use. I don't know if there's any others, but this is what I use. And, yeah, it helps your kick sound kind of, well, Invaders like I said. Okay, so now back on the EQ. I normally don't, like, make peaks and stuff. I usually just, like, add a big one. Or like I use my scroll wheel to bring it out a little bit, so it's like more wide, if that makes sense. And then just put it wherever you think sounds good. You could do some peaks like I'm doing actually right now, so. But I think I'm just gonna do this. This sounds pretty good right now. And let's see, what else should I add now? Let's add a fruity wave shaper next, because this is really all I do. I mean, I do use this other plugin. It's called Supermodel. But nobody uses this plugin. I'm like the only person that uses this. So, yeah, you don't need to use that. Don't worry about this plugin. But I use this for some of my kicks, if you guys were wondering. I do use it. So for people who don't even know what that plugin is, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, so we had a wave shaper. Turn all the way up. This is where it gets, like, wave shape. So it's going to be loud, obviously. So headphone warning. So you can tell there's, like, a little punch. And that comes from this. That comes from the multi-band delay. Wow, that's amazing brain moment right there. And then you could just mess around with the scale if you're really trying to change the entire kick, or make it sound different. Like if you make one kick and you want to change it, you can just mess around with the scale. Alrighty, next we're gonna want to add let's add fruity, another EQ2. A thing that I do that a lot of people don't really do, I don't think, is boost the mids. You want to boost the mids a little bit in your kick, because if you just boost the highs and get rid of the bass, it sounds like, I don't know, I don't like the way it sounds. It's not really my style. It's not really like, it just sounds crunchy. And I want it to sound like, like I want it to sound like aggressive in a way. So let's just boost the mids a little bit. Okay, we're gonna put that right here, and then above the EQ2, in between the wave shaper and the EQ2, I'm gonna add this plugin, which I think you need to pay for this plugin. I don't even remember if I bought it or not, but we're gonna add a ozone 11 or 12 imager, because I think there's ozone 12 as well. Add an ozone 12 imager. Turn this like put a thing right here and turn this knob all the way down. So it literally just gets rid of the bass in the frequencies below 300 right here. And if we look on the mini meters, you can see it makes the line more straight instead of like it being all over the place. And also makes your stereo better just in general. And then I'm gonna click on this and then save preset as, drag and drop that into channel 10 or insert 10. Then we're gonna add a camo crusher, which just really helps with the distortion on your kick. It makes it sound a lot more clean and you can do a lot more things with it. And what we're gonna do in the camo crusher is click on the patch, click on this right here, and then go to tube warmth. And make sure you have this turned all the way down, this turned all the way up, and then both of these should be where they are, so turn all the way up. Turn tube all the way down. We'll mess with that in a sec. Turn compressor on. I use my scroll wheel. I usually bring it to around 6%. It says it up here. I'll put it around negative... Oh, it's not letting me. Negative 6%. Zoom in on that. And then I turn on fat mode, which just, I don't know, it just helps. And then I normally put, this tube, I normally put this on, like, 20 to 40-ish. So I'm gonna do, like, 20%. You can already tell that sounds pretty good. I might get rid of a little bit of highs and like just boost the bass a little bit. Oh, good time to mention, put a soft clipper on your master because it will be clipping because I normally put this after the camo crusher because if you put it before, it messes with the stereo just a little bit. So you want to be like perfect stereo. Turn the threshold all the way up on the soft clipper, by the ways. Okay, all I did right there was turn up the oscillator and this already sounds really good. And if I just turn these off, for example, it just sounds like crap. Like, and just turn everything off real quick. Like, literally to get that Invaders movement, all you need is chorus and Serum. And all you need is Serum 1 or 2. And you just gotta do what I did right there with the Serum in the beginning of the video. And bam, you have a kick that sounds like insane like this. Although there's not really a punch, so let me add that real quick. Okay, so what I did right there was I just created an automation clip on the bass, which I think a lot of people already know how to do this. I'm not really gonna go in depth about this. This is not really... I probably should say this in the beginning of the video, but this is not really a beginner-friendly tutorial. It's morely made for, like, people who want to know how I make kicks like me and they're already into this music stuff. But yeah, that's literally all I do. And I'm just gonna mess around with this kick chain and see what I can get out of it. So yeah, that's basically it. You have, like, 2 extra slots, so you can add whatever you want in those slots. Like, maybe a sausage fattener, or if I even have it. Okay, for some reason, sausage fattener is actually not on here. I don't know where it is. I don't know why it's not on there. Okay, weird. But like I said, you can add a sausage fattener if you want. And kind of just mess around with your kick. And I guess that's really it for the kick tutorial. I mean, you can really do whatever chain you want. You don't have to follow that last step that I did. I kind of just did that for funsies, but... yeah, you really just do what I did in Serum 2 or Serum 1. If you're using Serum 1, it should be the same. This should be the same thing on chorus. But yeah, I guess that's really it for the video. I'm probably not gonna make another tutorial video for a while. I mean, I did wait a year to make this one. So yeah, see you guys next video. Goodbye.